So here's the deal. When people start looking into 55 and over communities, there are usually two types of reactions. They're either excited about it because, hey, low maintenance living, great amenities, and neighbors who aren't throwing wild parties at 2 a.m. Or they're dreading it because they picture some kind of retirement home situation where their only entertainment is bingo night and they lose their independence. And I get it. If you've never lived in a community like this, how do you really know what you're getting into? Especially in a place like Cresswind at the Ponds, which, spoiler alert, has a lot going for it, but also has a few things that could make you second guess if it's the right place for you. And trust me, there is one thing in particular that people don't realize until they move in, and it can be a big problem. I'll tell you exactly what that is, but first, let's talk about what life is actually like in Cresswind and whether it is the dream community that people think it is. Because here's the thing, just because something looks amazing on the website or sounds great in a brochure doesn't mean that it's the right fit for you. And I know that's not what most people want to hear when they're excited about moving, but let's be real. Nobody wants to make a mistake with something as big as where they live. So let's break this down. My name is Deneen Gary, the Southern Living Yankee, and a realtor in Charleston, South Carolina and the surrounding areas. I specialize in helping people relocate to Charleston from out of state because I've been there myself. I know how exciting but still overwhelming a move can be, but I'm here to make it easier. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, I'll provide honest advice and expert guidance every step of the way. If you're ready to start your journey, reach out today to find out how I can help you save $1,000 on your closing costs. Or you can click the link to download my relocation guide on Charleston. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss tips on living your best life in Charleston and the Lowcountry. So Cresswind at the Ponds is one of those places that was designed specifically with active adults in mind. And when I say active, I don't mean that you need to be out running marathons or training for the Senior Olympics, unless that's your thing, which in case, go for it. But this community is built for people who still want to do things. You've got the clubhouse, the pool, the fitness center, and all the activities. And we're not talking about just a couple of yoga classes and a book club. There is a ton going on here. And let me tell you, the social life in this community, it's no joke. Some people move in and say that they have never been this busy in their entire life, and that is not an exaggeration. If you're the type of person who loves meeting new people, going to events, and staying involved, you will never be bored here. But, and this is a big but, if you're someone who prefers a little more privacy and quiet time, you might want to think about how much of a community feel you really want. Because some people love that built-in social circle and others start to feel like they're back in high school with all the cliques and drama. Yeah, I said it. And it's something to consider. Now, let's talk about the homes because you can have all the amenities in the world, but if the houses aren't what you want, none of that's going to matter. So here's what you're looking at Cresswind. The homes here, they're nice. They're newer, well-designed, and built with 55 and over buyers in mind. That means open floor plans, first floor living, lower maintenance. You're not dealing with stairs unless you want them. The layouts make sense for people who are downsizing but still want space to entertain, have a family over, or just enjoy a home that feels comfortable but not overwhelming. You can even still buy a new construction home and pick all of the finishes if you'd like to. But let's be honest, not everyone loves the idea of a planned community with set home styles. If you're looking for something totally custom or unique, that's not what you're going to get here. The homes are beautiful, but they're within a specific style and range, so if you want something totally one of a kind, you might feel a little limited. Also, let's talk about price because that is something that people don't always factor in when they get excited about a community. Cresswind isn't the cheapest option out there, but you are getting what you pay for. The homes, the amenities, the lifestyle, it all comes with a price tag. And for a lot of people, it's worth it. But if you're on a tighter budget, you'll want to look closely at the costs because the biggest mistake that people make when moving into a community like this is underestimating what they'll actually be paying long term. And speaking of money, let's talk HOA fees because yes, you will be paying for them. And yes, they do cover a lot, but you have to ask yourself, are you someone who's going to use the amenities and get your money's worth? Because if you are, great. If you're someone who isn't really going to take advantage of the clubhouse, the fitness center, the social activities, then you might have to think about whether you're really getting value from what you're paying for. Now, before I get into that one big issue I mentioned at the beginning, let's talk about location, because this is huge. Cresswind is in the Ponds subdivision, which is in Summerville. Cresswind is tucked back at the back of the ponds and just is absolutely beautiful. If you don't know Summerville, let me just say, it's got some of that small town charm, but it's also growing fast. That means that you'll get a mix of historic charm, great restaurants, and local events, but you will also have to deal with some traffic and development. Some people love that it's a little outside of the hustle and bustle of Charleston, but if you're someone that wants to be right in the middle of the city, this might feel just a little bit too far out. It really depends on what kind of lifestyle you're looking for. All right, let's get to it. That one thing that surprises people after they move in, it's the community dynamics. You see, when you're visiting, everything looks perfect. People are friendly, the amenities are great, and it feels like a vacation. But after a few months, you really start to notice the little things, how involved the HOA is, how strict some of the rules are, and whether the community vibe actually fits what you were looking for. Some people absolutely love it. Others, they feel like they didn't really understand the full picture until after they moved in. And that's why I always tell people, talk to actual residents before making a decision. Visit, spend time there, and get a feel for what daily life is really like. Because at the end of the day, the best community is the one that fits you. So is Cresswind at the Ponds worth it? For the right person? Absolutely. But it's not for everyone. And that's why doing your homework before making a move is so important. And if you're thinking about making the move, but you still have questions, reach out to me. I help people navigate this all the time. And trust me, I'd rather help you find the right place than see you regret a decision later. My name is Deneen Gary, the Southern Living Yankee, and a realtor in Charleston, South Carolina, and the surrounding areas. I specialize in helping people relocate to Charleston from out of state because I've been there and I've done it myself. I know how exciting but still overwhelming a big move can be, but I'm here to make it easier. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, I'll provide honest advice and expert guidance every step of the way. If you're ready to start your journey, reach out today to find out how I can help you save $1,000 on your closing costs. Or you can click the link in the description below to download my Charleston Relocation Guide. I'd love if you could give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss tips on living your best life in Charleston and the rest of the Lowcountry. Thank you so much for joining me. So long for today.